Hello again. We are going to finish trying to clean up the block. Need to go through my lifter bores here. Just clean them up a little bit. They're a little dingy. Got some little surface rust and some junk in them. So that's pretty much what I'm working on today. Just getting in here trying to get each of the lifters on both sides cleaned out and ready to go. Already done cylinders a while back. I've already test fitted the crank, done the mains. We have knocked out the rest of the cam bearings all the way through. So we'll have to be putting those back in. Sorry I didn't film taking them out, but kinda sometimes don't think about that stuff. I kinda just do it, and in hindsight I'm just like, hey, I should have filmed that. I still need to go through and clean up the inside edges of these, make sure we don't have any problems with the freeze plugs seating. Basically, ran it through a CUDA to get it cleaned up. So we got all the oil and grease and everything off of it, and I'll try to run some wire brushes through the galleys, make sure they look clean and they don't have any trash or anything in them. Which that one kind of looks like. Might be something down in that hole. I'll have to try to check that out again and make sure it's cleaned out. Surprisingly, the plugs in the back of the block came out fairly easy. I have had times where I've tried taking those out and they won't budge. So, sorry, there we go. Got 3 oil galley plugs, got 2 there, and the other one is right there. Got the rear bearing cap out. Of course, I knocked that out with the rear bearing, cam bearing. So that's pretty much where we're at, and just keep cleaning up and hopefully run the hone through here. I don't know if I'll actually set it up and let you watch me run the hone through each of these little bores. I just need to clean them up. There's just nothing major, so. And that's kind of where we're sitting at for the moment. I think we should be good to go from that point. Then we'll get you back in here and we'll see what we got next. Okay, been working on cleaning the block here a little bit. I got through all my lifter bores, which I'll show you here in a bit, but I have been trying to get through and get these surfaces cleaned up in here. And yeah, my hand, it doesn't fit very well, and it's not real easy to get in here with anything and be able to go all the way around it and actually catch traction, since you know your digits are kind of limited on how much they move in tight spaces. So you got to get inventive. That is one of the things you have to do, is get inventive. What I got here is a leftover clothes rod, and I took a sheet of Scotch-Brite and some electrical tape, and it's small enough to go in the bore, and then I can sit there and put pressure with both hands, one here and one here if I didn't have camera, and you can kind of go around and twist and get your bores cleaned out in each one. And it's a long enough piece of wood that you can go all the way through. And the nice thing about it is it's wood, and the wood is not going to hurt or nick those journals. Sorry about the light there. But I can use that to go through each of those journals just to clean them up and make sure there's no leftover rust or junk or anything that the wash machine might have not gotten. And then all I gotta do is blow it out with some air, maybe give it another rinse, and then we should be ready to start putting some bearings in. So, it's definitely a tip, literally, tip of clothesline rod, clothes hanger pole, whatever you want to call it. You could use a piece of metal, but you would want to be careful not to accidentally gouge or nick your surface. Of course, if you took it to a machine shop, you could probably have them run through there and they could probably clean it up for you, but you know, trying to do this on a budget, this is what you got to work with. Be inventive. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but right down in that hole, there is a piece of trash in there. I need to try to fish it out and figure out what it is. See, it moved. Let's see if I can get that knocked out, and then I'll show you guys what it is. Looks like maybe a piece of bearing material. Well, we'll see what we can find out here. Alright, success. It was in this hole, and I moved it. And that hole connects to the distributor, well, I guess right here. The end of the distributor shaft. Sorry about that. It was right there. Bottom of it right in here. And I gave it just a little bit of air, and there it is. I don't have a clue what that is for sure. Seems to be breaking apart, so it must be just some residual trash that's dried up, but it was too hard to break up and fall out of the hole. I don't know if that would have caused any issues, but definitely glad that I caught it. So now it's just a bunch of little pieces. I'll blow out of there with the air gun. I'll recheck all my holes again, make sure I don't find anything else that looks bad, and we'll keep moving on with the project. Okay, so this is where I've gotten for the day. Gotten all my cam bearing journals cleaned all my surfaces, re-cleaned my main caps, came through and cleaned all of these for freeze plugs. Got the back one cleaned and ready to go. Basically, I just got to finish cleaning up some more parts, and then we can start putting in cam bearings, install the crank, get to finish cleaning rods, and then getting the pistons switched out, which is going to be interesting. Then rebuild some carburetors, water pump. Already got most of that stuff cleaned up. Just need to clean up the surface on the oil pan a little bit more. Go over the oil pump, check it out, double check, make sure the intake manifold's cleaned up, pull thermostat, put a new thermostat in it. Moving right along, slow but steady. And that is all I got for today.